the site is more secure and safer than it has been in years. And right now, we believe there is no immediate threat to the public.
Despite those words from Mayor Craig Greenberg this morning, explosives and chemicals found inside a Highview home are too dangerous, they say, to remove by hand and will now be removed by a controlled burn. Our Grace McKenna was at that announcement on the emergency demolition just a few hours ago. Grace, what can you tell us?
Well, Brooke, Mayor Greenberg said while investigating, police found an incredible situation. The home, described as that of a hoarder, has so much stuff inside that emergency officials believe burning it is their only option. On Friday, the Metro Police Bomb Squad and federal agents confiscated explosive devices from the house on Applegate Lane. They performed controlled detonations and arrested 53-year-old Mark Heibel. LMPD has now a round-the-clock presence at 2 homes on Applegate, one owned by Heibel, which is set to be burned. The other he's believed to have been squatting in. Monday, Mayor Greenberg signed an emergency declaration order and directed Metro Code Enforcement to issue an emergency demolition order for the home and attached garage.
In short, it is simply not safe for our specially trained LMPD officials or anyone to manually remove and dispose of all of the potentially material that is currently inside this home. Further, continued use of robots is not an option. Our focus is on the safety of the neighbors, the safety of our law enforcement and fire department personnel, the safety of our entire city.
Mayor Greenberg said the investigation is ongoing and he couldn't speak to where Heibel may have gotten the hazardous materials found inside the home, which included picric acid, an explosive. Heibel is charged with wanton endangerment, and the mayor said more charges could be coming. He's due in court next Monday. As for neighbors, Greenberg said the city will be holding a community meeting early next week. They'll also be calling, texting, and going door to door to make people aware and answer questions. At this time, the city hasn't said that people in the neighborhood need to evacuate. In the studio, Grace McKenna, WHAS 11 on your side.
Grace, thank you. And our newsroom is working to get more answers to your questions today. Our team coverage continues at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, you can download the WHAS 11 app. It is free to keep up with any of those updates that come in immediately.
To hold office to which I have been appointed.
To hold office to which I have been appointed.
So help me God.
I give my word.
Congratulations.
Brian O'Neill is officially the new chief of the Louisville Fire Department. His swearing-in ceremony with Mayor Craig Greenberg took place this morning. O'Neill has been with the fire department since 2003 and most recently served as a battalion chief. He's also served as the union president of the Louisville Professional Firefighters Local 54 for about a decade now. Today, as he takes his new position, he also shared ways he wants the department to carry forward lessons from its former chief.
Think about the mark that you leave. When we think about the folks that have left us today that are retiring, take that with you, carry that forward, be that example for everyone else that is now in this department. I thank you for this honor.
Former Chief Greg Frederick officially retired after 39 years of service today. He spent 24 of those as the chief of Louisville Fire. A man is serving several charges after crashing into a Goshen Elementary School, but the trouble did not start there. Our Taylor Woods and photojournalist Emma Geffner spoke with a homeowner who says the driver left a trail of damage across her neighborhood.
It all started in this quiet neighborhood of Hillcrest in Oldham County. Saturday night around 5 p.m., Oldham County police got a call about someone driving a Ford Fusion swerving on the roadway. One neighbor warned the neighborhood on social media about the car swerving and later said the vehicle was at St. John's.
We thought, okay, coast is clear, let's head to the pool. And we headed to the pool, and then here comes the Ford Fusion down our street.
Rebecca Bowen and her husband say they saw Sean Hovkamp of Taylorsville driving the Ford Fusion, and their neighbor's son was running from Hovkamp. Hovkamp followed the kid and ended up running into their neighbor's garage door.
The guy went through the open double garage door, somehow turned around and then busted out the single garage door.
Hovkamp fled the home after damaging the garage door, but it wasn't over yet. Police received multiple calls of Hovkamp now stopped on Farmview Court. Neighbors say he put a lot of people in danger.
Police show up and try to get him out of the car. He reaches back down to the grass where the guys had told him to throw down his keys, grabbed his keys, get in the car, and then he flies through the grass onto Ridgemore Drive and heads out to 42.
And this all happened under an hour. Police were able to find Sean Hovkamp here at Goshen Elementary, where he crashed his car at this door.
It could have been a lot worse. Obviously, we're very thankful this didn't happen during school.
Webb is thankful no one was hurt and is praising Oldham County Police for their hard work. In Oldham County, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 on your side.
Hovkamp is facing multiple charges, including reckless driving and wanton endangerment. He is scheduled to appear in court on Wednesday, August 9th. The suspended head football coach at Manual High School has just been released from jail today after posting his bond. Donnie Stoner is charged with sex abuse, rape, and sodomy, and an LMPD spokesperson said other charges could be pending. In court documents, investigators say between May 30th and July 13th, Stoner sexually abused a 17-year-old student. Investigators say the incidents happened at the school and at Stoner's home. He was suspended as Manual's coach about 2 weeks ago and pleaded not guilty. His attorney, Rob Eggert, told us that he is confident his client will be vindicated in court. Stoner is now on home incarceration. Another former sports coach has pleaded not guilty to charges of sexual abuse. Clarence Moore, who used to coach basketball at Christian Academy of Louisville, is accused of sexual misconduct with a 17-year-old girl who he taught privately. Moore is the owner of the Basketball Legacy Training Academy. His attorney told us Moore has been working with police throughout the investigation.
He's been cooperative throughout this case, and we look forward to asserting his defenses. This is something that he is looking forward to presenting his side of the story when it's his time.
Moore is facing charges in both Oldham and Jefferson County. He currently is at Metro Corrections on a $50,000 bond. Indiana's near total abortion ban begins today. Attorneys for abortion providers in Indiana filed a last-minute request with the state Supreme Court to rehear a challenge to that ban. The law does have a few exceptions, like in cases of rape, incest, lethal fetal anomalies, or to protect the mother's life. Another lawsuit to block the ban on religious freedom is still playing out in court. Well, today marks 1 year since women in Kentucky lost access to abortion health care. To recognize the day, advocates will join Planned Parenthood and the ACLU of Kentucky for a rally, all aimed at highlighting the significant impact on Kentuckians. We've heard from the Indiana Department of Health, 90% of its out-of-state patients admitted they came from Kentucky for care. The A Year Without Access rally is set for 6 o'clock tonight at Metro Hall. A federal appeals court is allowing Kentucky to enforce its ban on gender-affirming care for transgender youth. The 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled a 2-1 to allow this ban while the issue goes through the courts. That same court ruled the same way earlier last month on a similar case in Tennessee, saying issues like transgender care should be left up to legislatures instead of judges. The ACLU, which is representing several families, has challenged that law, arguing it violates constitutional and parental rights to seek medical treatment for their kids. 1 more week. That is how much longer the detour around the closed Sherman-Minton Bridge is expected to last. The engineering team said it plans to reopen that bridge to traffic before the morning rush next Monday. That's August 7th, and we're told the team finalized plans for the emergency repair to the Kentucky side. The building materials needed to get started are expected to arrive tomorrow. And on top of those closures, the Lincoln and the Kennedy bridges carrying 65 traffic will have overnight closures for much of the week. This is so workers can install new tolling equipment. So from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. through Thursday morning, 3 of the left lanes and the shoulder will be closed. The lanes are expected to open back up later Thursday morning before closing again on Sunday.